Good evening, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. Johnny here with a video. This video is going to be about, how much is your actual name worth? So, and we're talking about personal branding here, and this is a live stream, so we can probably go off on loads of tangents if you are watching this on the upload. But this is going to be about how much is your actual name worth? Because probably it's a lot more than you think it is. I'm going to be waiting 2 or 3 minutes for people to get into the stream. Yeah, if that is you, just fast forward kind of 2 or 3 minutes because yeah, otherwise the content will not be dropped until then. I'm aware that my light is really bright behind me, so what I'm going to do is just try and turn that down a bit. Give me 1 sec, guys. Yeah, if you have any questions about this, then just stick them in there. I'm also going to show you kind of my personal branding journey over the past 6 months and how I did it. Let's go that way. There we go. We'll go that way a bit. That means I'll kind of cover the light up. Yeah, so I'm going to go over my journey over the last 6 months and how I did it. Because bear in mind, over 6 months ago, 7 months ago, I had nothing. Like, I was working my job. I did not have a YouTube. Well, I did have a YouTube channel, but I didn't do anything on it. I didn't have any sort of social following in that sense. So now I do, which is cool. Not a very large one. So I'm going to explain to you how you can do this yourself and how much your name is actually worth, given the opportunity and given you put yourself out there a bit. Josh is in. Epic Entrepreneur. What's up from New York? Cool. What time is it in New York? Must be around midday-ish. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, how do we find live streams at this sort of time, guys? How do we find this sort of time? Because I'm aware it's about 7 o'clock in the evening in the UK, which is why it's quite dark, and I have a light behind me, so it's not very good for videos, because having a light behind you obviously means that you can't see anything. I've got a little crappy light just here, but yeah, it's not very good. Johnny, hey. Cool. And I'm actually going to show you some of these figures as well, guys, because some people like to see the numbers rather than just me kind of speak about them. So yeah, it's been a pretty crazy ride over the past 6 months, and I think now is a really opportune time to talk about this, because yeah, 6 months have passed, half a year, but also just reaching the 2,000 subscriber mark, which is like wicked. It's crazy that like 2,000 people actually subscribe, because I only subscribe to someone if I actually want to see their content. Like, it's not like Twitter or Instagram where you follow someone to get a follow back, really. Subscribing is a little bit different. So yeah, quite humbled that that's the case. And there's a few things I just want to go through today, just in regards to personal branding. I hope you like the thumbnail as well. Did anyone see the thumbnail? I spent probably too long doing that. Anytime's great for you, Josh. Love it. Josh, how's the Amazon course going for you? Would you say daily uploads help grow a YouTube channel the most? Honestly, so there's a few things. Let's speak about that. I'm just going to load up Social Blade, which just allows me to have a little look at statistics, and I'm just going to show you this, guys, because it's quite cool when you see the stats kind of next to each other. So let me just load that up. Cool. Right, so we'll put you guys on the side. Happy with that. So if you've not seen Social Blade, it's a really cool way where you can see statistics about social platforms. There we go. Cool. So let's have a little look. So daily upload, what helps YouTube growth? So here are some statistics, which is pretty cool. But if you were to, unfortunately we can't look back. You can look back on YouTube, but as you can see here, subscribers anywhere between, well, there we go, 3 up to kind of 27-ish a day. So that's pretty good growth. Average about 20 subscribers a day. So thank you everyone for subscribing. This had a massive jump up. So this was not 20 a few weeks ago. The other key metric to look at, and the thing that kind of YouTube really like, is video views and actually watch time. So video views, about 500-ish, 478 views a day. Now again, this has taken a big jump up recently. I'm going to scroll down in a second so you can see the actual statistics themselves. So have a look at this one just here. So if you have a look, I started doing daily uploads around this point here. So it was around here that I started doing the daily uploads, and as you can see, there is a big spike in views and there's a massive spike in subscribers. So that's the first thing that doing daily uploads does. You're telling YouTube that you're putting out good content. It promotes your content more in the recommended section. Now, you do need to make sure you still have good thumbnails, good titles, bit of clickbait, not too much. But that kind of really helps your growth. Now, there is another thing that does help your growth as well, and that's collaborations. So I can't show you right now, but I did a collaboration with Tanner. I did one with a guy called Iman, and those collaborations brought a big spike in views, a big spike in subscribers. And again, it's telling YouTube that, hey, this person has valuable content because people are subscribing, which in that case, it will promote you even more. So yeah, daily uploads makes a massive difference. And I was speaking to Tanner the other day, and I was just saying like you know, I didn't realize how much it would make a difference. And he was like, yeah, man, exactly. So yeah, big tip for anyone looking to do personal branding. Of course, if you're working full time, you might not have time to do daily uploads, but do regular uploads. So if you upload on a Saturday, upload every Saturday at the same time to create a regular trend. Now, I'm not too good at doing this because I kind of upload at various different times. I try to do it in the evening, just because about half the people are not in the UK that watch this channel. But yeah, that's a cool little tip. Cool little tip. Hopefully that helps. Andre, hi. You like me as a cow? I look pretty good as a cow, don't I? We are live. Josh, amazing. Got about 20-ish% so far. I'm so much more confident about starting FBA, especially with the legalities of it all. Josh is one of the first people into the Amazon FBA UK course. So just basically a course specifically for people in the UK. And again, in a few minutes, guys, I will actually show you the figures for, but basically not exactly how much I've made on personal branding, because there was a few things I missed off, but I am going to cover them and why I've missed them off as well. So hopefully it should give you an idea of what you can do, the different revenue streams you can create literally by just having a YouTube channel. So hopefully this will give someone a little bit of a push, like someone watching this, a little bit of a push to start their own YouTube channel, because honestly, guys, it is one of the best ways to create a personal brand. At the moment in 2017 is one of the best ways to do it. The second to that, I would say, is probably Instagram. But yeah, just if you're thinking about it, in April, when I went on holiday in April, I went to Turkey for 2 weeks. Spent a lot of time just sitting in the sun, and I was always hesitant about starting a YouTube channel and starting a personal brand. Thinking, what would people think of me? As you know, what would people think that it's stupid? Will people laugh at me? Will people I know laugh at me? And now I don't care now. If people laugh at me, I don't care. If people don't like it, I don't care anymore, because the upside is so much better. Like helping people and getting the messages that I get on my phone. You know, every single day I have someone on my phone saying like, "Thank you for putting all the content out," and that is what makes it worthwhile. That's really what makes it worthwhile. And you can have that feeling too. It's just you need to start doing it and kind of just stop procrastinating, which is what I was doing that for a long time. Sam, hello. Tips on professional YouTube channel art, intros, thumbnail. I think at the beginning it doesn't really matter. YouTube channel art, I guess it makes you look more professional. It makes you look like you do it professionally. Like mine, I'm going to have updated soon, so it kind of aligns with the rest of my brand. Intros, again, I didn't have one for a long time. However, what I did try to do is keep the same music. So a guy called Matt does my music. You can find him on YouTube, and he sent me a few songs that I could use, and I used the same song at the beginning, and I do it now for my actual uploads using the same song, which creates familiarity. The other thing you can probably do is start your videos in the same way. Again, it creates familiarity, and in music you actually call it something called magic moments. So you know when you like listen to a song and you sometimes think a certain lyric's going to come up, but it's not. It's like it's later on in the song. So that's a magic moment, and it's things that you wait for and you anticipate happening. So you want to be able to create anticipation within creating YouTube videos, and that's a really good way to do it. Thumbnails, I believe personally, thumbnails are super important, because when someone's scrolling through on the, if you're on a mobile phone, obviously below, but if you're on a desktop on the side, if you're scrolling through and you see an interesting thumbnail, because the first thing you look at is pictures, you're not looking at the titles. The first thing you look at is pictures. If you see something bright, eye-catching, I try to go with a little bit of comedy, but sometimes you can't see it, then I think, yeah, thumbnails, super important, then your title, then obviously your content and all your keywords and stuff like that. No problem. Reese, one of the longest handles on YouTube right there, Reese. Upload daily videos, reach 78 subs on my first month. That's pretty cool, just from doing daily uploads. The other thing you want to do with YouTube is try and funnel people from other social media platforms, so from Facebook, from Twitter, and from Instagram, because it's a lot easier to get kind of followers and eyes on your stuff through those other social media platforms. Then funnel people onto your YouTube. Try and start collabs with people now. Yeah, collabs are important. I don't do them massively. I don't do them a lot. In fact, I hardly ever do them. But I think they are important only if it's the right collaboration. So if someone asks me for a collab, it would have to be valuable for you as a viewer. So for example, I'm thinking about doing a collaboration with someone else that's doing more about retail arbitrage. Now, I don't do retail arbitrage, and a lot of you people will want to be able to create, a lot of you guys and girls will be able to want to actually create some money using retail arbitrage, but don't quite know how, and want to learn from someone that's done it. So that would be a good person to have on my channel, collaborate with, to teach you guys that. And it'll be me good to go on their channel, teach them about FBA. So those are when there's a mutually beneficial relationship, that's when collaborations should happen, or if it's just a bit of fun. And I've got something like that coming up soon as well. You want to start one, Daniel, but you're at the stage you're describing right now. So if you want to start a personal brand, just start doing it. Find something you're interested in, and I personally say document stuff because it's easy to come up with content. But different people start brands for different reasons. I would say just document and see what happens. Like, do a video a week, then go to a couple of videos a week, and just keep upping it until you can actually dedicate more time to it and everything like that. But let me actually jump into some of the figures for you guys. If you want to see that, if you do want to see that, I will jump into that right now. Let's have a little look. Where have they gone? I've lost them. Let me organize my screen so you can see it all. Now, these are screenshots. They're not the actual things. They might be different now because I did it earlier today. But let me just share my screen. Which one is it? Okie dokie. Okay, I'm just going to get rid of this so you can see everything at once. So this is just literally a little spreadsheet I made earlier, and I've only included two things in this. So I've included courses, so digital products, I should probably call that, and my mastermind group. Those are the only two things I've included. I was thinking of including coaching calls, but I couldn't be bothered to go and add it all up. So sorry about that. It would add on like a little bit, maybe $1,000, $1,500 or so. But over $10,000, I'm pretty happy with that. So courses in total at the moment is about $5,500. So if you look down here, that's these added up just here. So this is when I was on my first platform, when I was selling my ebooks. So it was those two added together. Then I moved over to Teachable, and these are the kind of metrics for that. So yeah, about $1,600 on that one, about nearly $900 on that one, and just over $5,000 on that one. So these like figures here do not include any affiliate earnings, coaching calls, or YouTube revenue. Absolutely none of that. This is only stuff that is literally related to me as a person. Whereas affiliate earnings, sometimes they're not related to me. Coaching calls, I just couldn't be bothered to add it all up. And YouTube revenue, it's just not very much money, so there's no point putting it in there. So those are the kind of the figures, and I want to talk to you how I came about doing that, because most of this, as you're aware by looking at this, has come very recently, so within the last week. Whereas before, that was what I was sitting on. So I'm going to talk you through how you build yourself up to get to this point. So if you would like to know how to do that, just leave a little comment, and I'll get into that straight away. Let's go back to the old picture here. Cool. Let's go back to the comments, see what people are saying. Anwar, Letty. Love it. Course are doing pretty well. Yeah, no, we've got a few people in the course, which is awesome. going through the course at the moment. I think we've got a couple of people in the stream that are in the course as well. Yeah, it's going really well, and I think what I need to do with that is just, again, continue to do daily uploads, continue to do more uploads, because actually, in hindsight, I should have released it earlier, because so many people, like an alarming amount of people, have reached out to me and say, if I had known about that, if you had released it a month ago, then I would have got it. You know, if you had it, if I knew about it 2 weeks ago, I would have got it. And that's the power of personal branding. If I'd start doing daily uploads 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I might be in a different situation today. So it's all down to getting more eyes on your content. I think the light just got off. Not quite sure. Smash that like button for Johnny's mad action skills. Yeah, smash the like button. I like that. I like that. Leave comments, all that sort of stuff when the upload comes. How many have you sold for the FBA course? In terms of sold, I'm not actually quite sure. I've got 11 people enrolled, but I think 3 of those people are in my mastermind. So let's go with 8. Is that 8? That is 8, yeah. And just to make you aware, guys, anyone that's in my mastermind group, they do get access to my other content for free. That's just part of the added benefit. So yeah, and I just want to make them successful. So it's in my best interest to give them my content for free. I say for free, they pay me for it, as you are well aware from the amount that I've just shown you. So, you'll be buying the course soon. Awesome. Yeah, let me know if you get any questions. Just hit me up. The thing that I really want to get across about this course is that, you know, most of the courses out there, Tanner's, Kevin David's, Project Life Mastery, they're all very similar courses. Okay, the actual way of releasing a product on Amazon is very similar. There are kind of nuances to how different people do it, and I've put my own spin on it as well. And I've gone for, basically, look at what other people do wrong and fix those issues within the modules. But the other thing that I particularly have the benefit of being able to do is that I want to focus and put all my effort into this Amazon course. So I'm answering questions. You know, Josh will be able to tell you that, you know, we've been speaking over email and that sort of stuff, trying to help him out to get to that point where he is selling. So I want to put a huge amount of time and more of a mentorship into this course. So it's not just you watch it and you go and do it. It's you watch it when you get stuck, when you get questions, when you're just not quite sure of something. You know, you can reach out to me and I will answer you. That's one of the big things that I want to kind of get across. Let me answer a couple of these questions, and I want to talk about something as well. Shortsy Biz, so fulfilling to see your progression, even though I had nothing to do with it, being subbed since basically the start. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy, and this is what I want to talk about, guys. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up, because this is what I want to talk about. Right, so 28th of April was my first YouTube video upload. It's awful. Like, I don't like it. I don't want to watch it. Unfortunately, it's ranked quite well for its keyword, which is great in one sense, but annoying in the other, because it's my worst video, and it's one of my best ranked videos. So the point is that I made a decision that day to record that video and get it out there, for better or for worse. If people were going to watch it or not watch it, if people were going to think I'm a bit of an idiot, if my friends and family think I would be stupid, I did it anyway. And that was really because I had a lot of, it was a pain point for me that I wasn't doing it. I was annoyed at myself because I wasn't taking action. You might be able to kind of relate to me in this, any of you guys watching, is that you see other people do things and you see the progression they have, and you kind of kick yourself for thinking, why didn't I do that? A great thing is like cryptocurrency back 2 years ago. Like, I was following it, but why didn't I get involved in it? And I see other people that did, and they're now millionaires. Like, you kick yourself. Why didn't you do it? And it's all down to just taking action, because we're too worried about what people will think. We're too worried about losing a bit of money. But the upside to doing these things is just it just outweighs the downside completely. So if you're on the edge and you want to be able to create a personal brand, which I honestly believe is amazing to do, because not many people do it, so that there's less competition. Even though it seems like YouTube is this big, wide open space with loads of people on it, actually, the people that do it and stick to doing it, it's not that hard to stand out. And it's not hard, guys, to make a living from it as well. as long as you're giving out value. So I started, again, in April, uploaded maybe 1 or 2 videos a week, and I was documenting. I didn't know what I was doing, never done YouTube videos before, never done kind of tutorial videos in that sense. I've always been teaching, so that's something I've always done for years and years and years, so there was a kind of transferable skill there. But it started to gather momentum, and obviously affiliate marketing was one of the first ways that I made income. And I had no idea that that would happen. So that was a great bonus. Then Anwar, if he's still in the feed, Anwar, which I think he is, he was pushing me nearly every single day to quit my job. And we even had, it was TTQ, and we would always like text each other, TTQ, or hashtag time to quit. And it was that idea of, if you think about it again and again and again and again, it manifests in your head to the fact that that's what you need to do. So if you're on the edge thinking, I want to create a personal brand, just keep telling yourself, I'm going to create a personal brand, and you will. Like, you will do it, because subconsciously you're gonna make it happen, and it's going to seem less of a hurdle for you. 2 months after uploading my first YouTube video, nearly 2 months to the day, I quit my job. I handed in my notice, and the same day I left, and I did not go back. So most people have to do a notice period or anything like that. No, I left. I did not go back, and that was the best decision I've ever made, because it gave me the ability to dedicate all this time to creating YouTube videos, to learning more about affiliate marketing. I've learned a substantial amount more about affiliate marketing than I just thought it was upload YouTube videos, but now I realize there's this whole other area to it. I didn't think that I'd be able to release digital products. Like, I kind of dipped my toes in the water with ebooks, which I think people should do. And I've seen other people that, again, don't have a big following still make a really good income from that. But also I've seen people with bigger followings make even bigger amounts of income, where they didn't even realize they could sell digital products, but just by me saying, I've done this, maybe you should give it a go as well. And they've gone, all right, okay, I'll give it a go, and then done really well with it. So having the knowledge of that now, of you can put content out there, continue to give value, and then release digital products, as long as it's valuable and people will like the content. Because for me, if I knew how much value you could get from courses and ebooks and stuff like that, if I knew that 3 years ago, 5 years ago, I'd be in a completely different situation now. It'd be completely different. I'm just going to go through some of these comments, guys. But yeah, that was a great point, Shortsy Biz. Great point. Josh, I'm trying to use my social media to lead to sales of a new book, but haven't got any sales yet. What can you do? It's consistency, Josh. So you just need to stay consistent. The reason being is in any marketing, and at the end of the day, you're marketing yourself, right? In any marketing, the end user or the customer or the prospect has to see you again and again and again and again. They need to see you 7, 10, 20, 50 times before they consider making a purchase. However, the more they see you, the more that they kind of trust you and get to know just desensitized, if that makes sense. And to that point where they're like, oh, actually, I'm gonna look at your kind of sales pitch or your website or your Amazon page or whatever it is. I'm gonna go look at it, and that's the point where you're gonna make that sale. Or you might not make it then. They might just look at it and then go away, but then 2 weeks later they come back and buy it. So it's just consistency, and that's the other kind of biggest tip is, get yourself out there, but stay consistent. Don't just stop doing it because you don't get results after a few weeks. Just continue to do it. If you do it for a year and you maybe don't get results, then probably there's something going wrong. But yeah, it's consistency. Josh, the support is really good. Great. Thank you. Amwar, great points. Will, what did your girlfriend think when you told her you wanted to leave your job at Apple and do what you're doing at the Mo? My wife is very skeptical. Yeah, so to be honest, I left. I had a couple of jobs between when I worked at Apple and when I quit my now job. It's just I was at Apple for a substantial amount longer, so I was there for about 5 years, and then did a couple of jobs in between. But I didn't really stick with them. They weren't the best. No, didn't agree. I don't think anyone really agreed, because it's one of those things where I think everyone's taught to stay in a job, right? Stay in a job, stay secure. But actually, my job wasn't very secure at all. My last one was in recruitment, and they can get rid of you like super quick if they weren't, or if they just wanted to. They didn't have to really have a reason. So a lot of people say it's really risky to do so, and in essence, yeah, they're right. It can be very risky if you don't have something to fall back on. However, I felt at the time, and I believe this is the right decision now. I didn't know at the time, but I believed it was, that it was more risky to stay at my job than to not stay at my job, because the more time I could see the opportunity in YouTube, see the opportunity in Amazon and affiliate marketing and all these revenue streams, that if I put everything into it, if I put the same amount of effort that I was putting into work into this, then it will reward me in the future. And that's just gone to show, like it completely has. This month is probably going to be my best month ever alive, in terms of income, and it's going to be my most enjoyable as well. So those two things you don't often get together, where people are getting the monetary and the financial goals that they want, but also the kind of happiness goals as well. But if people are skeptical, that's cool. Like, at the end of the day, people are skeptical, and you might not change their mind, and sometimes you don't have to. Because if you're spending a lot of time investing in your time into research and stuff like that, you can't expect someone else to understand that to the same level as you do, because you spent so much longer researching it. Yeah, if that makes sense. Those were the days. TTQ, time to quit. Now you've made 4K in 4 days. Yeah, it's crazy. Where's my profit thing? I don't even know where it is. Yeah, so in the last, 22 days, just from that, from digital products, it's been like, I don't even know, but I think my total income is about maybe 6.5 grand, in pounds that is. In dollars, I don't even know what that is. Let me have a little look. So let's just say it's 6,000. Yes, 7.9. So nearly $8,000. And it's again been the most enjoyable month as well, because I've managed to create a course. I managed to have the time to do what I want to do. I've been going to the gym, working out. It's a lot better. So guys, just start a personal brand. Like if you're doing something like affiliate marketing or Amazon or anything really, like social media marketing, just start a personal brand on the side. It doesn't have to be big. You don't have to dedicate a load of time to it, but just start doing it and put your feet out there. Put your feet out there? I don't know. Put yourself out there and just see what happens, because you never know. That could be a really complementary business model to go with your main business. Josh, keep going with it and getting it out there. The majority of my followers are perfect customers for the book, but it's just getting them over the edge of buying it. Yeah, well, this is the thing. It's not an expensive book. I've got it. I don't know. It's in the other room somewhere. So everyone go buy it if you're kind of into, I guess, making money with design consulting type stuff. Have you made any lavish purchases at all since you've become a full-time entrepreneur? Not really. My laptop is the most expensive thing, really, as a bulk payment, because I don't often buy things outright. I normally would buy things on finance because it just makes sense, but I didn't do that with my laptop. I just paid for it all in one go. But I'd never normally do that. So that's one big thing. I bought a nice watch as well, which is quite cool. But yeah, I'm not a big spender. I've never had enough money to spend, so yeah. I think what I'll be putting money on is, don't really need a car. No, I'll probably put all my money back into the business. That's probably what I'll do for the start. Hi, whoop whoop. Don't know how I feel about putting your feet online. Just put your feet online. Yeah, I did, yeah, but I didn't pay for it outright. I did. It's a lot of money outright. But yeah, the laptop was a bulk purchase. I think it was, to be honest, I didn't even look at when I went to pay for it, I didn't even look how much it was. I think it was about 2.5 grand. But I didn't want to look at it because I felt guilty about buying it. Because I have my other laptop. I got my laptop here. My other laptop's just sitting there, and I should sell it, but I haven't. It's just sitting there doing nothing. So I think my next big purchase is going to be a new iPhone. I'm going to buy the new one when it comes out, which will be about £1 grand. So again, I'm not gonna put that on finance. I'm just gonna buy it outright. Some things I think you should buy. Some things I think you should get on finance. Like an iPhone, it's not going to last. Like I might have it a year or two. I just want to buy it outright and get rid of it. Like a car, you would get on finance. You normally have them for longer. A laptop, to be fair, you should probably get on finance as well, but I didn't. So guys, that's it. I think I'm going to wrap this up in a minute. If you've got any questions, just fling them out there. But my big advice for this is if you want to follow in the same footsteps of what I have, again, where 6 months, which is not a lot of time, guys. 6 months is not a lot of time, where I was just working a job, earning not a terribly bad wage, but certainly not the wage I want to be earning, to the point now where I've had my most profitable month with the most enjoyment and having the most fulfillment as well, and doing all of that in 6 months. And the catalyst that made all of that happen was personal branding. That's what made it happen. Like I wouldn't even known about affiliate marketing if I didn't have an affiliate, a personal brand. And I would be doing Amazon FBA. I would still be doing that. I wouldn't be selling digital products because no one would be buying it. And I probably wouldn't be doing affiliate marketing because I would have never been exposed to it properly in the first place. So that's it, guys. That is the main thing. If you are interested in Amazon, then learning Amazon, particularly in the UK, if you are in the UK, first link in the description is my Amazon FBA UK course, so UK specifically. All the content is driven towards this market and how you can get started, all the legalities and everything you need to know, and everything that people struggle with all the time. The next kind of link in the description is a free Amazon FBA UK Facebook group. So that's where we can just chat. I'll be kind of dropping some nuggets of information in there, but that's completely free, just an area where people can kind of chat and share knowledge. And then of course we've got a few other things like a new mastermind group that I've opened up, because my mastermind group at the moment, I have 3 people in it. There probably is going to be a 4th person in the next week or so. Then there's going to be no one else in there. I'm not accepting any more people into that mastermind because it's a huge time commitment for me. I have opened up a second mastermind, which is a lower monthly payment, but it's kind of a one-to-many rather than a one-to-one interaction. So I'll be doing live streams, and it will be held on Facebook, and of course doing loads of videos, loads of exclusive content, because that's what I want to be doing. I want to be helping people out in that way. So if you want to do that, that's the 3rd link in the description. Yeah, has anyone got any questions? If you are new here, so thank you for being new. Thank you for joining me on the live stream. Make sure you are subscribed if you're watching this from somewhere. Smash that like button, and then just generally smash all the like buttons. Just like everything, comment on everything, subscribe to everything. That's just generally what you got to do. Josh, 100% starting YouTube soon. Yes. Going to document all the things I do. I would love to document my FBA journey as well as my design career too. Document taking the FBA course. That will be a good one because it works. Tanner J. Fox is dropping some knowledge in capital letters. He's shouting at everyone else. Like, everyone go unsubscribe to Tanner. No, don't unsubscribe to Tanner. Go like his videos. He's such a liar. Thank you for the stream. No problems, Josh. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Can carry on with your course now. Appreciate it. Big T. See, I've just been upstaged. I've just been upstaged by Tanner just dropping in here, like in his Lamborghini. That's right. You can just take it away. You can just take it away. Tanner, can you just Skype me, and then we can just do an interview right now. That'd be cool. But personal branding is the way, and Tanner and Anwar will agree with this as well. That personal branding has made a profound impact on their lives. It has also made a profound impact on my life as well. And if you can see the trend, guys, if you're sitting on the other side of this screen, on the other side of this camera, and you can see the trend, personal branding has a direct impact, a huge impact on people's lives. So go and do it. Go and do it. And if you're scared, watch, Tanner released a video. You can watch one of his videos about how he maybe wasn't so confident a few years ago, and YouTube completely changed that. Put you in one of my vids yesterday, what not to do with personal branding. Jesus. Well, you know where I learned that from? I saw that Johnny getting that shout out. I didn't see it in yesterday's one. I saw it in another one. One before. I can't remember. roasted. Damn. Everyone go to my channel for in 15 for a live stream. Everyone go to Tanner's for a live stream. Tanner, thank you for joining us. Josh, thank you. Anthony, thank you, thank you, thank you. Everyone that's joined this live stream, thank you. Let's all head over to Tanner's channel now. Let's give him some likes. Let's give him some love on the live stream as well. Thank you all for kind of joining me here. We've got a few people watching, which is awesome. Tomorrow will probably be another live stream, and then we're back for a couple of uploads, dropping some knowledge, and then back on the live streams again. I'll speak to you all very soon. Bye-bye. How do I stop this thing?